If you're looking for the Pet Finder API to scrape rescue animal data with, good luck finding their API, as it's gone missing without explanation for at least a week now. But don't worry, in this video I'll show you how to scrape Pet Finder search results into Excel without their developer API by recording their website's API instead using only your web browser. So for some background, Pet Finder for Developers offered a free API people could use to scrape their public data with, including the listings of animals for adoption. And I guess a lot of shelters use this to import those lists of their own animals into their own software. You just go here to get a free API key, click this button, and whoops, it scrolls you down here to problems, how to stop kitten biting. No, I want to use the API. Where did it go? It used to be here over 2 years ago. I made a video on using it. Maybe the link changed because their developer documents are still up. So I did create an account. Then I click this link here and click get an API key, and the same thing happens. And I tried this while logged in. It's been over a week now, so I'm assuming it's permanently gone. I wonder if this Purina partnership had anything to do with it, as big companies tend to like locking down their data. But don't worry, we can still scrape these animal listings using the website. Just create a search here, click on something like dogs to load up search results. For location, I use New York, and I get 19,000 dogs within 100 miles of New York. So feel free to change or toggle any of these filters to match what you're looking for. If you're a shelter and want to scrape your own animals, type your own shelter name in here. Like a new Beetlewe is popular in New York, and you would select this. It will narrow the results only to the dogs in that shelter. So I can see it's restricted to 16 dogs if you need to import these into your system. But for this video, I want to show you how to scrape a large number of dogs. So let's go back to those 19,000. I'm going to filter these down to small dogs. So we'll get about 2,500 dogs that we can reasonably scrape here. So once you're happy with the search results, copy this URL and paste it into Firefox, as Chrome frequently crashes doing what I'm about to show you. Now right-click on the page and hit Inspect. This will open up Developer Tools, and click on this Network tab here to see the web traffic that Firefox is now recording. Now refresh the page to get the Pet Finder API to load its data back into your browser. Now this is very important. Under Filter URLs, type in /search/?. You only want to see this API request returning the animal data. You can verify that here in the response under Results, Animals, you can see the JSON representation of all these animals shown on the web page from their API that they no longer allow you to access through the developer portal. Now to get the next page of results, scroll down and click this next button here, and then just keep doing that until you get to page 50 and stop. This is because for some reason, if you load more than 50 of these JSON payloads into Firefox, it loses the ability to export them out of the browser. And Chrome is even worse. It crashes at like page 10. For some reason, it's only on this website. I never see this issue in 99% of the websites I show people how to scrape. Once we're at page 50, we need to get this JSON data out of the browser before it crashes. And make sure you have this filter set here to /search/?. This is telling Firefox to only load these 50 requests when we do a HAR export to get this data out. Otherwise, Firefox will crash and fail to export this data. Now click on this gear and hit Save All as HAR, then save this file to your desktop. Then verify the file size is greater than 0. On a Mac, you can just click spacebar, and I can see here it's 14.4 megabytes. If this says 0 bytes, it means that Firefox crashed and you need to try again. Maybe on your computer you can only get to page 25, so you unfortunately need to reload and start this process all over again. Now that we've saved the data to our computer, we can go under the Network tab in Developer Tools and hit the little trash icon next to that filter bar I showed you, and this will clear out all the data Firefox loaded, so we're free to start all over again on a clean slate. And then I keep clicking next and scrolling until I get to the end of the results. And again, only do 50 pages of these at a time. Because my total results are under 100 pages, I'm just going to the end. But if you have like 200 pages, you want to do 4 sets of these, 50 each. All right, now that we're finally at the end on page 62, we make sure we have that filter bar set. So we have 12 remaining requests to export from Firefox. Click the gear icon, save all as HAR. This will save it as a different HAR file containing only the last 12 pages. And verify it doesn't have 0 bytes in it. This one has 3.4 megabytes. Now to get the data out of these HAR files, check the link in the description featuring my HAR file web scraper, which works with any website in HAR file, not just Pet Finder. So drag and drop the first HAR file here, and you'll see all of those 50 requests from the API starting with /search. And you can verify this data by making sure it has fields like species, primary breed, etc. So this looks like the data behind the animals we want. We can verify there's 50 of these, 1 request for each page. Now totally for free, you can click these blue links and download that raw JSON to your downloads folder and then combine them together using your own code. Or if you just want a CSV file, click Parse Group, and our freemium service will let you download up to 10 rows a day of this data for free, which may be fine if you're just trying to import your own shelter's listings and you have under 10. In the results, we can see the animal ID, animal name, as well as the breed, primary color, secondary color. We can also see the age, which is in 4 different categories: adult, baby, young, or senior. The gender, which is 1 of 2. And animal size, these are all small because we applied that filter, but there will be several different sizes if you don't apply that filter. Also, you can see the adoption agency. This is Beatowi from the ID here, if you're interested in that. If there's an adoption fee, they have it here in this column, adoption fee. We can see the distribution here that a lot of these have no adoption fees, but some have quite high adoption fees. This appears to be the timestamp of when the listing was made active on Pet Finder. Animal type, they're all going to be dogs because, again, we filtered that. Email and phone number of the adoption agency are in these 2 columns. You also get address and coordinates. That's what those red dots on the map above are showing. Some of them have a custom description here. You can get that in this field, animal.description. When relevant, you can see the animal coat length, like it's short, medium, long hair. And there's a ton of other these attributes here, like if they're good with cats, good with kids, good with other dogs. Since each animal can have multiple photos, this collection here breaks that down. There are roughly 7,000 photos here. If you click Download CSV, you'll get a reference to the parent animal so you can properly associate the photos with each animal object. To get even more data, click on this All Collections tab and you can poke around under this Results Animal. Specifically, this tags collection here, you can see if they're friendly, affectionate. Again, each animal can have more than one. And this attributes collection is similar. It shows important things like if they're spayed, neutered, about their shots, and a lot of other important facts you may want to download. So hope you guys found this useful. Sorry it got so convoluted using Firefox, but I know this data is important for the people who really need it, so that's unfortunately what you have to do at this point until they, if and ever, fix that API link and get it up and running. But they should probably say something. It's surprising to see a company just take an API offline with no explanation like that. So let me know your feedback in the comments, and if there's anything else you'd like me to show you how to scrape. Thanks for watching until the end. Like and subscribe for more.